Welcome back to Verna's vlog. The University of Alberta acknowledges that we are located on Treaty 6 territory and the Métis homeland, and respects the histories, languages, and cultures of First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all First Peoples of Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community. It's a real pleasure to welcome Dr. Andy Knight, who's very well known across our university as well as nationally, Andy. But maybe before we start, I just wanted to get Andy to tell us a little bit about himself. But I'm really pleased because Andy is our inaugural Provost Fellow in Black Excellence and Leadership. So Andy, maybe tell the audience a bit about who you are and what you do and why you're here.
Thank you, Verna. Nice to be here. And of course, I'm Andy Knight, Professor of International Relations here at the University of Alberta. I was born in Barbados. I'd like to mention that because it tells you, I always believe that where you stand on issues depend very much on where you sit. And so for many years, I sat in Barbados, a Barbadian kid trying to understand the world from that part of the world, which is probably one of the most decolonized regions of the world now. I teach international relations, international organization, global governance, and I think this is part of my sort of attempt to understand social justice issues, peacekeeping, peace building, etc. So it's been a great time here at the University of Alberta. I've been here since 1998. I've actually moved away from the university for about 3 years to be a director of the Institute of International Relations in Trinidad. And that sort of led me to understand a little bit better about the Caribbean's role in the world and the plight of marginalized peoples in the world.
Yeah, wonderful. And so, when we created this leadership position, Andy, we very much modeled it with the Scarborough Charter against anti-Black racism and Black inclusion in mind. So maybe share with the audience about what the Scarborough Charter is, why it's so important, and what you're trying to achieve with this role.
Yeah, well, the Scarborough Charter is a very important, almost like convention to which many university presidents around the country have signed on. And our university president signed on in November of last year. The purpose behind it is to confront issues of anti-Black racism in particular, but also to try to bring about Black excellence, realizing that the more we include Black professors, Black scholarship, the more we lift up all the people, not just Black faculty members, but also all the people within the university. So it sort of ties in with our first president's motto of lifting up the whole people. Yeah. For many years, Black faculty members have felt a little bit marginalized, and this is an opportunity for us now to feel more included within the rest of the faculty. And I believe also it would help to improve the influx of new students, Black students coming into the university as well, because if they see Black faces in front of them, teaching them, chances are they want to sort of register at the University of Alberta, become a member of our university. So then of course there's the community. One of the things about the Scarborough Treaty is the attempt to reach out to the community as well, the Black community, make them feel as though they're included in what the University of Alberta is doing. So for all intents and purposes, I think this particular charter is going to allow the University of Alberta to excel in Black studies, decolonize the university's curriculum, which is a very important part of what the charter is all about, and at the same time improve the standing of the organization, the institution, deal with the systemic nature of racism, rather than just simply the individual cases of racism. The systemic ones are very much more difficult, more challenging. So I hope that we continue to keep our eyes on the charter and on the various elements of the charter. There are 4 major themes that we need to address in the charter, and I believe that we're going to do so. Now, the job itself, as the first ever Provost Fellow for Black Excellence and
Leadership.
Leadership. This position, of course, is intended to stay the course when it comes to dealing with the charter, and also to include as many as possible all the Black faculty members who are currently existing at the university, bring more Black faculty members into the university, and also retain them over time. So I think those parts of the puzzle need to be worked on together.
And so, Andy, I know you were very integral to the push for the recent cluster hire for Black scholars, and it must be very rewarding to see the type of caliber and excellence that is coming to this university. But just want to ask if you wanted to share any reflections on that.
Well, we felt that there were not very many Black faculty members. There were 20 of us that were tenured or tenure track. And I think the Black Faculty Collective, which is it was a attempt by the Black faculty members that are existing at the university to bring in more Black faculty members. So when the president announced that he was going to hire 11 new Black faculty members as of July 1st last year, I think that buoyed our spirits and made us realize that we now have a community, a real community of Black scholars. And so my job, I think, is to try to help the provost to retain those individuals. It's one thing to hire individuals, another thing to retain them over time. So to do whatever we can to improve their positions here, to help them with their teaching, research, and community service, community activism. And I think we're going to do a very good job of bringing them all together and letting them feel as though they're part and parcel of the University of Alberta's community, as well as the broader community as well.
Well, and I had a chance to meet them at a dinner that you invited me to last year, just to say that unbelievable group of very strong academics who will make our university so much better. So I'm really excited to see where they're going to be going. Andy, one of the things that we chatted about was, is there an ability to bring anti-racism, Black anti-racism, even beyond our own internal borders as a university, and to go extend outside to the community broader? So we talked a bit about sort of an online course or some sort of online program. Do you want to share a little bit about that? I know it's very early stages, but...
It's in early stages, but I think we have an idea to expand the Black scholarship, the Black lived experience beyond the ivory tower walls to the rest of the community. So I'm looking at the possibility of a MOOC that would sort of bring that information to the public, the broader public. We need to engage the public. The public has to feel that they're part and parcel of what the university does. So I think this is one way to do so. And also, this information, this education is for all people, not just Black people. Indigenous people, there's a cross-section of individuals across our communities that need to know this information, need to know something about Black slavery, the slave trade, the Black slave code, the lived experience of Black people and the way in which they have been marginalized over time. I think that would improve our offerings, scholarly offerings, to the rest of the community as well.
And excited, right? I mean, we get the type of uptake that the Indigenous MOOC got with over 500,000 people all over the world. Wouldn't that be a great way to expand the type of knowledge we need? February is Black History Month. So maybe share with us kind of what you're hoping for all of us to think about during that time.
Yeah. It's nice to have Black History Month, but I should say that the lived experience of Black people should be celebrated all year round. But at least we have 1 month where we can actually focus on the celebration of Black achievement. 1 month in which we can actually bring the community of Edmonton to the university. And there are a number of activities that are planned. A number of our faculty members have been invited to speak at high schools and colleges around the city, around the province. I'm going to be speaking at different places as well, and outside of Canada as well. So I think that this is a good opportunity for us to celebrate Black achievement, to show that the University of Alberta has Black excellence in our scholarship, in our research, in our teaching, and to show that we are also reaching out to the community. That part of it is very important for me, I think, and for all of us. Black History Month is going to be a moment of celebration for the Black achievements, for sure.
So thanks very much, Andy. All I can say is so grateful that you accepted the position of the Provost Fellow, and I'm so excited to be working with you about how do we actually make sure that we promote the Black excellence in leadership that we know is happening here at the university and leading the way. So thank you so much, Andy, and thanks to all of you for watching, and we'll see you next time.